Today, I'm going to talk about how to buy land that's not for sale. Let's go. Welcome to Becky's Homestead. Okay, so let's say you live in a little area and you've just noticed this awesome piece of property and every time you go by, you just admire it, you love it. It literally could be next door, down the block, whatever. And you also notice that you never see people there, like nobody's mowing it, nobody seems to be taking care of it. It just seems like it's this little empty, abandoned piece of property. And you just think to yourself, oh, I would love to have that. I could just make such good use of that piece of property. It seems like it's going to waste now. And you could just dream up all the things you could do on there on your homestead. And it just seems like it's the perfect match for you. But then you're like, well, I'd love to get in contact with the owner and just have a talk with them and just see if they're interested in selling that piece of property. But you just have, you're clueless. You're like, well, how do I find the person? I'm thinking maybe they have died or they live out of state or whatever. And it feels almost like you'll never figure it out. And the property's just been sitting there for years and years and years. So you're just like at a loss. Well, I'm going to tell you how to do it. What you have to do is you do a Google search. You type in the county the property's in the state. And then after that, you type in GIS map. And what that will do is it'll bring up the map of your county. And you'll just see a million little pieces of property in there, like outlined, every little piece of property. Big, small, whatever it is in your county, you'll see it. So it takes a minute to orientate yourself to the map. But you're just going to have to sit there for a few minutes and look at it. And then you'll just figure out the roads. Like, oh, okay, there's Main Street, there's my street, and that other piece of property is over here. And you'll just have to just take a few minutes until you can find the actual lot, the street it's on and the lot. And it would help if you had the address of a couple pieces of property that's around that one you're interested in. So once you find that, you've located the actual parcel of land, click on that. And what comes up is all the information about that parcel of land. So it will list the owner. It does not give the phone number, obviously, but it'll give the owner's name and their address because obviously they pay taxes and whatever. So that is county information, which is also public information. It'll tell you how much it was. It'll just tell you everything you need to know about the piece of property, the size of it, how much last year's taxes were. It'll just tell you all that kind of stuff that you need to know when you're interested in a piece of land. And get the address of the owner, and you're going to have to write him a letter. It's going to be the old-fashioned way, but who cares, So sit down and just write him out a little letter and just, I think, pour your heart out to him, just tell him that you've just admired the piece of property for years and, you just are so interested in it, you're so in love with it. And would they possibly be, interested in selling it? Like I said, just be yourself and just pour your heart out to them. Of course, I would not write a 5-page letter or the people might be like, okay, they're a little crazy. Try to keep it short, but very sincere. And go ahead and just mail that off and just wait for a response. And you might be so pleasantly surprised that the person is willing to sell it. A lot of people selling something is kind of a big chore. It's a big deal. And a lot of people they just don't want to deal with it. They just don't want to go down that road of contacting a real estate agent. And I'm sorry, my guinea is making so much noise. Look, if I kind of quiet down, she quiets down. And when she hears my voice, she starts talking. Okay, well, whatever. This is a homestead. It's the real deal. Okay, so that's what I wanted to tell you about the property. So, write them a letter and then just see what they say. I always say, and this is how I do in life, when I just see stuff I like or something I'm interested in, don't be afraid to approach people and ask about it and ask questions. I mean, a lot of times people will say no, but so many times people are so nice and they'll just work with you. You can work out a deal. I mean, I've worked out payment plans with complete strangers just by approaching them and talking to them, about whatever it is I'm interested in, and just being like, just honest about it, and just, asking questions and telling them what I want and would they be willing to do this. So don't be afraid to approach people and ask questions, and you might be pleasantly surprised. Okay, so if you like this video, and I hope that anybody that's, looking for land that's not for sale, but they love it, will use all this information and hopefully have a good outcome. If you like this video, please click the like button and share it. And if you have any questions, you can ask below, and I always try to answer all the questions I have, all the questions that are put to me. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.